Hey, everybody, welcome back to Actual Play Broadcast. We are resuming Persona Nova, our Trinity Continuum Aberrant campaign. As a friendly reminder, this is an adult rated campaign. It's spicy. Go back to episode 1 if you need a recap on why is it spicy. Otherwise, let's go down the list and have everybody introduce themselves.
All right. My name is Lane, or you may know me as Florian or Saint Florian, and I'll be playing the role of. I don't know if he called himself Ross anymore. He definitely called himself Aftermath, though.
Dun, dun, dun. My name is Colex, and I will be playing the number one Nova, Zara.
My name is Idol, and I am playing the character of Theta.
And I'm Zootalk, and I'll be playing Moses, aka Blink.
And of course, as always, I'm Zemian, playing everyone and everything else. So, who wants to recap the very chill, low key, nothing really happened details of what happened last time?
Yeah, nothing at all happened. So our TMC scandal finally leaked. It rolled over last session, so it hit us pretty hard. Considering that our dear beloved storyteller rolled 5 successes on it. Um, we opened up the session with us just having tons of articles and um, messages on Ripple, just a flood of things showing up on our social media feeds about the scandal at the school. Um, it painted us in a pretty bad light overall, um, saying that we were either abusing our powers or just grossly incompetent at what we were doing. But also, somebody apparently leaked that the deaths that happened in the very first session when we all erupted were linked back to Aftermath. Naturally, it's just a mess to clean up, and some of us didn't take it particularly well. We spent a long time debating on what to do. I had a talk with Bryce. Said that we have a PR team for a reason. We should probably just stay low for a while. We all decided to cope in various ways. But eventually, Rakes also showed up in the tower, and we were all invited to a meeting with 2 other Terrans, back in the same place he brought us before, I believe, where we discussed the meaning of the Terrigen, the disdain for utopia, and what it means to be a Nova. Upon preparing to leave, everybody got up except for Aftermath, who decided that he had heard enough and believed the Terrigen to be his way forward. A bit hurt and confused, everybody kind of separated at that point. The 3 of them returned back to the tower, and Aftermath stayed behind. And I believe that's where we left things off.
So, I said we would pick up with the continuation of that conversation, but I want to spend a little bit of time with the group that is going back to the tower first.
Sure.
Because I want to capture this immediate response to what is going on. So the 3 of you make your way back to the tower via teleportation through Moses, sans Aftermath.
I
The
mean,
tower is as you left it.
Theta's pretty quiet. waiting for the questions because she said she would try to explain to them what happened. So she's just
Okay.
waiting for
We,
them.
we're here. Oh, okay. So can you tell us? Well, I mean, you were gonna tell us something. What? Why should we leave him there? I mean, I'm confused.
Well, first off, because he's an adult and he made his choice. But more importantly, well, okay. You remember hmm, how I was talking about, well, I showed you guys how we can develop new powers and push ourselves to be more than what we were initially given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What Aftermath did at the school, when he pushed that hard, pushed that far, I don't have the proper words for it, I guess, but when you steep yourself in the power and in the flux, in this thing that we are that nobody else is, it's not just changing us physically. I don't know how to describe it because I mean I don't think I've gone as far as him, but every time I push that boundary, I realize more and more just how much I've changed and how small that makes everyone else feel. When I went into the trench to look for the body, and all that was left was meat and bone. I don't know. It changes everything. This changes everything. You and Zara haven't needed to or wanted to go to those extremes too. Or maybe you just, not that you don't want to, but that you have a better control over it. Because I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing to lose this sense of what I was before. I talked about it with Aftermath before he left. I thought we had come to an idea, an agreement, because I thought perhaps in some way there was still a similar awareness underneath it all. But I don't think so. And after talking with everyone else, I guess when we push and we stop being so bound by the constraints of our human minds and we start to see ourselves differently, it's going to be just as unique as anything else. I don't know exactly what Aftermath sees for himself in his future. I know that he figured that he was a force of destruction and destruction only when we talked, and I tried to tell him otherwise. I don't know if that really sunk in. But for me, it's not that. But my powers aren't his. I can heal. I am different than him in pretty much every way. And the
But
path that's been before me, that I see before me, is like what I said back at wherever the hell we were. I see myself as a guardian, not a force of destruction. I see myself as the thing that can do what humans can't so that they're not putting themselves in those situations. And saying that out loud, saying that to you guys, that is not anything near the woman I was before this. Theta, human Theta, Theta who was small and fragile and scared of the world, would never have sacrificed herself for anyone, really. There was a exception, briefly. But I don't know, it just, I am not Theta from before. I am this Theta. And I still feel connected to that woman, to that girl, to that life and that story. Those are all still there. They're all still shaping me. But it's more like I was given her memories and her thoughts, and she died, and now I'm just here to uphold a legacy for her.
Do you want to uphold a legacy?
Yeah, I do, sort of. Like I still see who I was and understand why I was that way, why human me did the things she did. And I just feel like this endless amount of empathy for, I don't know, just I feel for that and for people who lived lives like that.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I guess he did get the brunt of it, the way he got his powers, and I get what you're saying. I mean, I guess it's a completely different way of looking at it now that you're like big and strong and can survive anything. But I don't know, he like all he has is destruction, and what he chooses to do is rebuild a whole block of a school and save people. I mean, that's who he is for me. I mean, he's kind, he's hardworking, he's smart. That the fact that he's a ominous cloud doesn't change that for me.
You're right. Obviously, he did recreate that school. But when he was describing that ability to me, he didn't think of it that way. He saw it as the destruction of time.
I what? I don't get it. What?
I
Okay.
I mean, I argued with him about it too because I didn't quite understand. And I don't think that I even understand his side now, because how do you destroy time? And if you destroy time, wouldn't everything have come back? That doesn't make sense to me. But my
Okay.
point is that his brain isn't working the way yours is. His emotions are not emoting the same way yours do. His
Yeah.
priorities are just so different now. And Aftermath is still Ross. He still has all of those memories. He still was Ross. And I'm sure that he still feels attached to you and Zara. I mean, he made it very clear to me a few weeks ago that you two matter above all else to him. But how he expresses it going forward is, I mean, he has a mind that is so far beyond anything we have, right? Like he said himself, he's thought through every possibility, and that doesn't mean he's not blind to certain outcomes. But I mean, how do you argue with someone who thinks they know everything?
You know what I think it is? I mean,
What?
he's always kind of been a bit too smart for his own good sometimes, but this is now like next level. I think he's just too smart for his own good. You know, too much
Maybe.
brain.
It could be
I, I
that.
I don't know. I don't know how to put it different. I mean, I sure as hell couldn't, out debate him before. Can't do it now, obviously, but I guess I guess we'll
Some
trust him
people,
for now and see. Yeah, I don't
sorry, I
know.
don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, yeah. Speak, man. Speak.
I was just going to say some people, no matter how much you try to help them, they have to make their own choices and their own mistakes.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's right. It's not like he's never gonna talk to us again, right?
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean,
Well, I don't think he's not going to talk to us ever again. Like I said, he does care about you and Zara.
Right. I don't know. I don't have as much understanding as you two do. He left us. He left us. You say that he said that he cares about us. So why did he leave us then? How are we supposed to fare better without his planning saving us?
Well, he's not physically here. That does not mean he is not here. He agreed that he's still part of the team in his own way.
maybe he's
And,
like,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just want to say maybe he's like playing the long game. Maybe he's getting info or something. I don't know.
Doubt it. The look in his eyes, I mean, when he said that he's the aftermath, I will never forget that.
That was a bit ominous. Yeah.
Lady just nods her head because, yeah, it was a little.
Fucking
Oh,
bad.
it was kind of like I once saw like in a comic a dude. Oh yeah, in a comic I saw once that was kind of the look the villain made when he became the villain, but that's not a good thing. I don't know. I know. No, that's not it. It's not gonna be like that. It is not going to be like that.
I feel powerless to do anything about it, even if it would be like that.
Maybe if I get slow burn to make him not smart, then we can talk him into coming back.
How would Slowburn make him not smart?
By hitting him in the head.
As you can
Oh,
kind of,
brain
stop
damage.
the. No, no, just stopping the, powers.
What? Does that work like that?
I don't know. I don't have those powers. I it's just an idea that came to my head. I don't think it's a valid plan. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry.
No,
I
I mean,
just
it's interesting. Imagine that, like, you know how I can just tell people to do stuff? What if I could tell powers to do stuff? Yeah, like, turn off.
Well, it's kind of like that, I guess. I don't know.
Did you just tell a Nova not to use their powers? Instead of
And I'm
talking to
sure we'll try now that we've thought of it.
Okay. Cool.
Be dumb, Ross.
Now that that's out of the way, we should probably call Bryce.
Ugh.
Wait, what? We're supposed to tell him?
Do you think he is?
Well, I don't know. Let's give him a day. Maybe he'll call us back or something. Maybe like
Oh
I
my
don't.
god, you're like a puppy.
Puppies are cool, cute, good. That's a compliment. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. So yeah, you should call Bryce.
Why me?
Well, I wanna. Not me.
Can't,
Aren't
is
you the one whose special thing is talking?
Listen, my friend from high school just fucking left me. Us. I'm in no mood to try to justify that to anyone.
he is not. He didn't leave. He's on a sabbatical. He's on. He's deep undercover. He did not leave.
Yeah, okay, you can talk to Bryce then and tell him that. Yeah, tell him that. Just tell him that.
Is there a timer somewhere? Like, do we have to have? Why do we need to tell him this instant? I mean, I doubt.
Can wait if you want.
Okay, I don't care. I don't like telling Bryce stuff anyway.
I mean, yeah. If Ross can leave, we cannot report back to Brycey every like about every little thing at the
They
moment.
don't just lift their hands up like, I don't care. I've just been trying to do this utopia thing since that's what you guys are doing. And I literally don't have anyone else besides you guys and my mom. So
I know I'm more kind of like trying to convince myself by saying it out loud. I don't. Yeah, we shouldn't tell him right away.
okay, well, what do we say though when somebody notices? He's
No,
on holidays.
he's just
He's
saying to give him a day, like whatever.
yeah, he's chilling somewhere doing research,
Cool.
thinking up something. I don't.
I'm fine with whatever you guys want to do. Just need to know what you guys want to do.
Oh, I want to go lay down. This is a bit much. We can deal with it later, tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't forget we have a meeting tonight with Gilter.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, wait. What? Is he gonna be there? Is Ross gonna be there? Is he not gonna be there?
He said he would. We have to trust that he would.
Okay, then he's gonna be there. Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. And she will walk out.
I will do the adult thing and get a lot of ice cream to figure it out.
It's better than alcohol.
Thick. True.
Data is gonna go to Aftermath's bedroom,
Okay.
and she's just gonna sneak around in there.
Interesting. What are you looking for?
What did he keep in there? What was there personal items in this room? Is it just
So,
a
as
workshop?
you recall, the room itself has been designed so that it can contain his powers.
Right.
So there's special padding and stuff along the walls and everything. But additionally, most of the room is a workshop. It's predominantly benches and tools and such. There is a bed that's kind of shoved off into the corner. There's not a closet with a plethora of clothes. There's not much else aside from the workshop.
He doesn't have like pictures or anything in there. Mementos of some sort while he works.
Well, does Ross have any stuff like that? And it hasn't been established yet, but I don't want to say no.
There's probably a couple photographs, yeah, of family back home. My mom and my cousins and such, of the trio of us back in the high school days. Not much, just a couple photos.
She will make sure those are like obvious out in the open if they weren't already. And then she's going to check to see if he's got any sort of like blueprints or anything around.
Yeah, I was designing a second suit for myself. But there's also old architectural designs in there as well. A lot of it homework, but maybe the designs for the tower are in there too. Lots of blank blueprints.
She'll take ones that aren't related to Project Utopia.
Okay.
And right before she leaves the room, she stops and she goes back and she'll grab that picture of the three of them from high school.
Okay.
And she's going to put that on top of the stack of blueprints that she's grabbed. And she's just going to go out and find like a file folder or something. She's going to stick it all into a file folder, put Aftermath on the cover of it, and just go back to her room.
Okay. Sure. So, while this conversation was happening in an unknown location where we last left Aftermath in a cushy, very likely underground room, leather couches, and some alcohol that was left behind, drinks being poured and such. Aftermath, you are here with Rakes, the Nova known as the Lady, and Phoenix. And Rakes had just finished singing, so let's talk about Transcendence. But we have one thing we got to do before we get into the details. Lady, if you will. She starts to stand up. Yeah, I guess I can be bothered. It's like, right. Left arm. It's like, okay. She comes over to you and sits down next to you. And she takes your arm. If you could get your arm out of your suit for us, please.
It might sting a little bit for you.
She smiles. Rakes nods and is like, Phoenix, you might want to step out for a few minutes. Or however long this is going to take. She nods and says, okay. Let me know. And she gets up and she goes to the far side of the room where you do see in a dark corner there is a door. And she goes up a set of stairs and disappears from view, closing the door behind herself.
I'll give it about 10 seconds after she leaves. And then I will go ahead and retract the armor over the left arm.
So you start taking the arm out. The lady, she almost giggles. It's like, ooh, giving me goosebumps. She takes your arm and starts massaging around. It's near the elbow on the inside, just above it. It's like, here it is. And you feel in between her thumbs, your skin begins to move. There's this strange pressure. It's like, this might hurt a little bit, but I think you can handle it.
Paying off.
And
Just spend a quantum point, turn it off preemptively.
fair. Yeah. So yeah, the area kind of, you just have this like numb sensation that there is something happening. But looking, you can see that there is, as she's working her thumbs, the skin is like on either side of like the central point. It's like rotating almost, until it finally like splits open, like pulls, like somebody stretching. I can't even think of what they're called, but stretching like one of those elastic toys in a way until it eventually like rips a bit, and there is this tiny, I mean, could fit inside of a grain of rice, dark oblong shape. And she plucks it out and then smooths her thumbs back over the opening again until it closes back up.
Interesting. What
And
did
she
this
hands it
bring out?
over to Rakes. And it kind of, you can see as it's in the palm of his hand, there's like this little, like this faint, very, very faint little blue line on it that is flickering, almost like a Bluetooth device trying to connect to something. Rick says, "This is a tracker." Probably haven't been told because it's not any official paperwork as far as we know, but let's just say there are some people in Utopia who are very discreet about lowjacking all of you guys. And then he crushes the tracker in his hand into tiny little pieces.
Worrisome. I
Yeah.
assume if the others go missing, it would be a problem. Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. We've never tried that before. Typically, we only take them out when we have, people like yourself switching sides.
Understood.
We've never really tried to just remove them on people that are staying with Utopia because they'd probably just get in trouble.
Right.
And the lady smiles. She says, "We also don't make a habit of telling Utopians because, well, most deny it. And those that don't rationalize it. So we've stopped bothering."
They just believe you're trying to get them to change sides or something, yeah.
Yes. She pats your arm and stands up. "You can resuit if you would like."
Push it all
And
back on.
yeah,
Pretty
she moves
simple.
back to where she was sitting. And a few moments later, Phoenix comes back down and resumes where she was sitting, takes a sip of her drink. Rick says, "Cool. Now that shit's taken care of. Transcendence. Short version. It's what makes us very different. from baselines. It's why we are the way we are. Being a nova means transcending. We are beings of flux. We are. I heard one of ours put it. It's like one of that. Whoever was it with like the cat in the box. Schrodinger. That's him. Um, except like while we can be seen, we are in a constant state of quantum flux because the energies around us can't be seen or some. I don't know. It's the scientific explanations go over my head, but the point is, the energies that give us our power, the energies that we control and manipulate, they change us. It's why we're so different from baselines. We're not just people that are strong or people that are extra durable or extra smart or whatever. We're not, it's not as cut and dry as we're just baselines with powers. We are so much more than that. We are in a constant state of evolution. The thing with transcendence is without the training and the acknowledgement of that and the practice of controlling it, it is possible to entirely lose oneself to it. The best way I can explain it, in my experience, is like imagine you're getting like mad at somebody, right? And you tunnel vision on that anger instead of taking a step away from it. You just tunnel vision on that anger and you just let that anger override you constantly. And eventually it deepens and it spreads and you just become this embodiment of the anger. It's kind of the same deal with transcendence. If you don't learn to rein it in and guide it, you'll lose control of yourself as you are beginning to see. It will continue to change you in ways that you may not necessarily like or want. In the Terrigen, through Divismol, and some of the earliest members, the means and methods to guiding this energy has been made available to us. It's not perfected yet, but it is the best technique we have available to us. Now, this isn't a on-off switch. It's not something that you can just turn on. There's a degree of mental training that has to happen first. Part of that is coming to terms with how inhuman you are. Everybody assumes that Terrats are the way they are because we just don't like baselines. Those that among us that are the loudest about not being baselines and being different, that it's just a matter of Nova supremacy or some other crock of shit. But the reality is, in order for us to actually gain control of ourselves, we have to acknowledge that we are different. We can't continue to claim to be human and walk down this path at the same time. It's too conflicting. These ideas are not compatible. That said, do you have any questions about that at this moment? I know it's probably a little big picture, but yeah.
It's all right. I've felt that I've been experiencing that already because I'm intelligent and also outwardly inhuman. I think it's going to be a little bit easier to process. That being said, I can say that I've accepted that at face value, but where do I truly begin?
So sometimes we let individual tarets just kind of figure it out for themselves to a degree with a little bit of guidance. But I think I might know a guy who can operate at your level. Only issue is getting a hold of him. Sometimes is a pain in the ass. So I don't have the means of reaching him at this point in time.
I do.
But oh no, it's not a matter of getting a message to him. It's a matter of getting him away from his work long enough to actually have a conversation.
I see. Understood.
Yeah, because I know how he is. If I send him a message now, he's just going to go, yeah, okay, sure. And then we won't hear anything for several weeks. And then we'll be like, hey, dude, what's up? He's going to be like, what? So he tunnel visions a little bit. But it'll probably be in a day or so here. I might be able to drop in on him and get him to peel away.
What does he work on?
A myriad of things, but he has been extremely fascinated by undersea anything, really. Last I heard, he was essentially studying deep sea biology. I know before that he was like studying the sustainability of life in space, which is what led him to start studying this deep sea stuff because there's similarities or something. Science shit. Whoosh. I don't. Whatever. He's a big brain motherfucker.
Gotcha. If it would move the process along, you can tell him that I may be willing to assist in his research, see his findings. If he's anything like myself, he'd like to share.
Sure. Yeah. He's a little. Well, Phoenix chimes at this point says he's going to be a little gun shy. So having that extra bit to convince him would probably be helpful. He's had a sort of protege before. Did not end well, you could say.
Understood.
I won't fucking beat around the bush. You know who Green War is, right?
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah, one of their like most violent subgroups the guy who leads that was his protege a few years back. Um, Dude went off the deep end. He was really he really bought into the whole we're evolving thing.
And he pushed it.
Into yeah, he went really extreme with it. It's one of those example cases why we do not immediately teach people stuff out the gate because he was kind of in for like less than a year and then dipped and took some of that information with him. And to be honest, he's a dangerous motherfucker. Nobody really wants to go get in a tussle with him about it. So he's off over there doing his own thing. And yeah, he's gone total. I don't even know what the fuck his like ideology is, but he's not even really like trying to like conserve nature now, from what I understand. He's really. I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it. It's outside my ballpark, but our guy might be a little gun shy, but I think the two of you would be a good fit.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
So I guess what I want to say at this point is, what are your questions? Because now we don't have the line of, well, you could say we don't have a thin blue line separating us anymore.
Yeah. This transcendence, it affects us all differently, from what I can tell.
Yes.
What is it influenced by? Is it random? Is it us? You said we can guide it, but I haven't guided any of this so far.
It's a combination of psychology and the environment. Some shit about nature and nurture type stuff. Like, there are some Novos who can go really in depth about it for hours on end about the potential of the influences of it. But my takeaway is, when you start building up this shit, it typically reflects your mindset at the time or how you're feeling about something or what the situation demands or a side effect of a power that's been manifested. Like, there's always like some kind of explanation to it of some fucking sort. It's rarely like this makes no sense as like as a transformation or some kind of psychological shift or whatever. Like, there's almost always some kind of rhyme or reason to it. Um, but at its core, it's that energy. That energy that lets us use these powers with understanding that it is that same energy that is changing us. We can learn to harness it and sort of direct it. And in time, you can change yourself. You can completely transform. There are members of the Terrigen who have used these techniques to transition genders. Some have done away with the concept of gender, others have changed their personalities Some have completely changed their bodies to not even resemble humanity. I'm sure you've seen Leviathan in the news from time to time. He looks like that all the time. Like, the possibilities are hypothetically endless. We are beings that are capable through this technique of completely self defining who and what we are. And most novas and the majority of baselines do not know or understand this.
So, every Tarot's journey is going to look a little bit different than a set of tools and guidelines, sure, but
Yeah.
no really telling what's going to happen.
Like, we have Terrace, we have the philosophy, we have the Null Manifesto is laid out by Divis Mall. We have these things, but like you said, they're just guidelines. Some of these techniques are just tools. We as an organization are trying to decide what Nova kind of looks like in the future. But until then, we are completely free to explore ourselves as we see fit. And yeah, there's disagreements all the time. We're not all on the same page, which is why it's fucking stupid when they get in the news and they're like, oh, the fucking Terrigen are at it again. And it's like, that was one guy. We're a philosophical movement. That's like, fuck, I don't know. It's like uh some guy in some other part of the world who follows one religion like guns down some people and they're like, everybody from that religion is bad. Like, no, that's one guy. Like, come on. We're a
People say
philosophical
anything.
movement.
Right.
We're not a political party. We're not this entity. We are a loose collection of novas that agree that we can't we can't live as baselines. It's untenable. And it's quite frankly, if you ask me, a form of self-harm to try to live as a baseline while being a nova.
People have been conditioned nowadays to see anything with a name as a corporation, and it's pretty tiresome.
Yes.
That I agree. That being
So,
said, you said there aren't many limitations. What about for each of you? What are you not going with?
the lady smirks and she's like, do what you want, honey. I don't care. I'm probably the most debased out of everybody here, though, so maybe don't listen to me. Phoenix kind of just shoots her a side eye and says, I'm not for wanton slaughter. I understand the Aberrants do what they do because they have a vision. I will not deny them the rights to do what they want. They're Novas. They're free to do what they want. However, I don't think that is the way forward. Killing all the baselines is not a solution. Maybe certain baselines, but
Sure.
not all of them.
Okay.
Rex nods. Most of those of us here were not We're not some of the more extreme ends, but we're all pretty Nova rights hardcore. I don't think there is anything you will do that any of the three of us, anyways, would be necessarily against.
I ask because I'm interested in continuing hearing what you all have to say. Beyond just tonight, I appreciate you taking the time, but I feel like you have more to offer. I don't want to impose, but I'd be willing to listen.
Well, we could sit here and give our life stories and all that shit, or is there specific things you want to know about us?
I guess I could start with what you're capable of as a Nova. Start with something easy.
Well, he looks over to the lady and she shrugs. Some Novas like to keep a secret. Some of us do not wish to share everything we're capable of. That said, I have a particular talent, as you saw, of manipulating flesh.
Right.
I can make it dance to my tune. I'm also durable, among other things. Um, and Phoenix says, I have a lot of control over fire, as well as some degree of control over kinetic forces. Um, Mostly absorbing or redirecting kinetic energy. But
Hmm.
I can fly as well. And I have some decent social aptitudes.
Understood.
Rake shrugs. He's like, you know some of the stuff I can do already, but I'm a whole bag of tricks. I can go through walls. I can turn invisible. I can drop auras of cold and fear, and well, killing me is also a little hard if you can't even touch me.
I assume people have tried.
Yeah. Yeah. Directive, not big fans. Not big fans at all.
Right. That's another
Yeah.
question. I imagine my changing my mind is going to be public sooner rather than later. This
Almost certainly.
directive. What is their deal? Other than just killing us? Or is that the deal?
It's complicated, man. From my perspective, from what I know, Directive started up not long after the whole end day thing kicked off. You were probably too young at the time to really know what was really going on in the higher level news with all the political shit and everything that was happening. But I remember it pretty clearly. Uh, Essentially, a lot of the big nations started pooling resources because the UN wanted to initiate this thing called Directive 9 or whatever, um, which was essentially just this organization that is, to not fucking sugarcoat it, defending state sovereignty effectively. Um, it was kind of formed with the intent of addressing the Nova problem because Novas were seen as a threat to sovereignty of states. It was initially a, what do we do if we start seeing, international terrorists attacking enemies of their home country on their own? And it was initially meant to deal with that. And then it continued to sort of grow in scope to just the greater Nova problem of there are a lot of people running around with powers. Well, not a lot statistically speaking, but it grew, and it's not a secret that the directive exists, but the public doesn't know the type of stuff the directive gets up to. You know, it's like people know the CIA exists, and the CIA does suspicious stuff, but we don't know what the CIA is doing right this moment. Maybe we'll know in like 10 or 20 years, maybe 30, but we don't know right now. It's going to be the same thing with the directive. Nobody knows what they're doing right now. Though, from the Terrigen perspective, we know they have sleuths.
They sure do.
They probably have others too that we don't know about or can't confirm, but we have our suspicions. And they have lists. I know that much. They have lists of novas that they deem are high threats. And Garyon, for example, is pretty high up on that list. They want a chance to snag his ass, but you try coroning Garyon and see how that goes for you.
Right.
Uh,
I guess
but
I'm less concerned about what they would do to me specifically as what they might try to do to the others to get to me, if that makes any sense.
switching sides, probably not much. They're probably going to try to spy on you, you know? Probably, if they haven't been already, probably try to bug your phone, try to listen in on your phone calls, emails, all that fun shit. Because I mean, you got to remember, this is an international organization. Anything like the NSA or the CIA has access to, they have access to. You can count on that. So if you have any inkling that the U.S. government could be spying on you, figure it might as well be the directive that is spying on you, because local cops groan about feds showing up, feds groan about the directive showing up. They are the big fish when it comes to federal agents. And they have access to FBI files, NSA information, all of that shit. They're a fucking pain in our ass. But they do like to operate clandestine. So, a group of directive thugs just grabbing you off the street, very likely not going to happen. So they're a threat, but they're not an imminent come and kill you threat.
Okay.
You just got to be smart.
I think I can manage that.
I think so too. I've got faith in you on that front. But chances of them doing anything to the rest of them, not very high. Switching sides is one thing. It's pretty low on the totem pole when it comes to threat for the directive to worry about. Like, they're more likely going to be watching your friends because they're going to expect your friends to eventually follow you over more than anything. So they'll probably be watching them closely for that, but harming them or anything like that, unlikely. Especially since they're in the news utopian novas. Granted, considering the news cycle right now,
Not the best. Yeah.
yeah, they might be able to spin it in a way to pull them into an interrogation room. But no, the larger concern would probably be utopia on that front. Because utopia gets up to some shit. It's not all sunshine and roses on that side of the fence.
Utopian. Right.
Yeah. There.
Now, on that front, I still mean to assist them in any way that I can.
Sure.
But if they're called away to do some work on Utopia's behalf, if I step in, is that like bad form? Is that frowned upon?
I mean, I don't think so. It might bother some of the utopians, but
Fuck 'em.
Terrigen doesn't really give a shit. Yeah, some Terrets will be like, why are you wasting your fucking time, man? Like, some Terrigen are like, yet let Utopia sink or swim on its own. But you're fucking Nova. You want to go help your friends? Knock yourself the fuck out. It's your choice. Some Terrigen would even applaud you because it's easier to lure flies with honey. So, do what you want. But some utopians may not like it. I know some of the folks over in the network would probably be happy for the positive press if you're seen doing good work alongside utopians as an open Terran. Because it can further help the campaign against all the Terrigen or terrorists.
I see. That could be a good thing.
Yeah.
I'll have to work with him on that.
Granted, I don't know how that whole interaction with law enforcement and all that other shit's gonna go, but I think that's a you and them to figure out kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll just let them arrest me. It's fine.
Right? If they can. Fucking baselines.
Right. One last burning question from me.
Yeah.
Has anybody figured it out? The big picture? Has anybody fully transcended?
Well, there's a difference between figuring it out and fully transcending. There have been a few people who have fully transcended. They're not around anymore.
Like that Greenmore guy.
He's not even fully transcended.
Really?
He just left. No, when I say not around anymore, like some of them are straight up gone. Now, some of them literally like transcended the mortal coil or some shit. and joined the background radiation of the universe, or some highfalutin horseshit.
Jesus.
Some of them just lost their goddamn minds. That's what happens when you do fully transcend. You don't control it. You just get lost in it. Some crazy weird shit happens to you and you're not recognizably you anymore. Just yeah. But as far as figuring it out, I mean, he looks to the two ladies. I think we can all agree. I mean, there's only one guy who really seems to have it all figured out. Hmm. Lady nods. Oh, yeah. Maul's got it figured out. He's just not super talkative about it. Like he showed us how to control the flux and transcendence, but he wants us to think for ourselves, to come to our own conclusions about the next steps.
That journey. I see.
Phoenix nods. Yeah. Maul definitely knows more than he's telling us, but I think you can understand the difference between just giving something to somebody and teaching them to get there themselves.
Of course. There's a world of difference.
And unfortunately, Rick says, there are, well, have been times where people get the wrong message, hence the primacy and that bullshit. Very early on, we had to purge some people who got the wrong idea and were taking it in a very wrong direction. Not saying everybody in the Terrigen now has the right idea, but the primacy really wanted to go down a really fucked up path. So, they had to be removed.
I don't have anything else at the moment. A lot of thoughts that I need to sort through, of course, but
Sure. Big question for you. Where are you going to be staying? I can't imagine you want to, or you're going to be able to go crash at the tower.
I don't think they'd appreciate that. We did recently evacuate my family from their homes, so I guess it's vacant right now.
Right. In We is in Utopia, I take it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, we'll see how that shakes out.
Right. Um, I am supposed to meet with the group and discuss some things with
Yeah.
Gilder tonight.
Yeah. I'll get you there. Don't worry.
Would you mind staying there once we're there?
Sure. You think that's going to be a problem?
I don't think so, but I think maybe you could help explain things to Gilder a bit easier, help this transition over faster.
Right.
He deserves to know, of course.
Gilder's a smart guy. I think he can handle it, but if it makes you feel more comfortable, I'll stay.
I would appreciate it, and I think
Sure.
Theta might as well.
Right. Okay. Well, do you want me to take you to your mom's place for now, or you just want to hang out with us for the day?
If I'm not imposing, might as well.
The lady crosses her legs. Oh, good grief. He extended an invitation. It's not imposing.
Of course. I appreciate it.
So I think we're going to fast forward time a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to jump to this meeting with Gilder.
Can we just before that, like, while they were waiting, while Theta was in his room, Zara would be just lying on her bed, moping, and some tears because she is sad. I mean, for her, this is a big deal. She feels like she's losing her friend. So she did what she does best and she wrote the song. And she just like, I can see you, but don't remember your face. Do you remember the old bench where we used to rest? There's nothing left in the aftermath. I can see you, but can you still find your place? And
Oh,
she's just moping.
Oh no.
Big
So
stage.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's happening. Barring anything else, we'll go to this evening. It's a 10 o'clock meeting, as I recall.
Yeah, it was weirdly late.
Well, you say weirdly.
It's because
Gilder's
we're
a-
vampires.
he's a busy guy.
That's it. You figured it out. Yeah, you guys are vampires now. This
We're all
is a
vampires
VTM
now.
game now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I meant to say because we're
Oh.
vampire players. So that's just like our natural inclination. But
No, no.
yeah.
I stopped halfway
Uh,
through my explanation for some reason.
That's
No,
early
it's
vampire.
not a stretch. It's Gilder's just a busy guy.
I'm busy. I'm busy.
Yeah. Um. So you guys from Utopia, I guess that's a question from Moses. Are you teleporting the gang over there, or are you guys gonna like get in a car?
Well,
and get there?
Well, if the meeting is at 10, let's say
Uh-huh.
at 9, um, Ross or like Aftermath would start to get like pestered in his head with Moses trying to call him like, hey, are you like are you okay? Are you still coming to the meeting? Maybe we should meet a bit sooner. I mean, that was weird for me. Probably was weird for you. Was a bit sudden. Please start talking because I don't know how to stop talking until you do.
Oh god.
And along the lines of that, he would continue yapping.
Yeah, I'll send you a telecommunication. Just me and Riggs are gonna be there shortly. Don't worry. We can spend the evening after talking if you'd like.
Okay. Okay. I guess if Rakes is coming, it's gonna be okay. So Gilder is gonna know about it. Okay. So yeah. I guess yeah. Talk later. Meeting first. Sure. Yeah.
So how you get in there? Teleport in,
Oh,
walking.
sorry. Yeah. Teleporting, unless people have a preference to walk.
Cool. Or driving. Just, pretend to be
Nah.
baselines or do the Nova thing.
Take the bus.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's take
Now
the
we're going
bus.
in style. Just imagining Aftermath just sitting like not even at the front or the back, just like somewhere in the middle, like a normal person, and just a little old lady next to him. Just
Kind of sweet.
yeah. Uh say you guys teleport there. You there are people in the parking lot essentially waiting for you guys to take the elevator up. Um and you guys make your way up into the very lavishly appointed upstairs office where Gilder is.
Uh,
However, he's not behind his desk. Yeah.
just in the elevator, Theta's gonna
Sure.
hand Aftermath the middle folder with his name on it and the blueprints and.
Aftermath's not there yet.
Oh,
It's
I thought
just
we
the
all
three
got
of you
there.
right now.
Okay.
Not
Never
yet.
mind. Hold on.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, the three of you make your way up the elevator inside. Gilder's not behind his desk. He's sitting on one of the couches in like the more like loungy seating area. And just he's casually lounging there as you guys come in. The staff kind of hold the door for you and usher you guys in and then leave you alone with him. He gestures for you all to have a seat. He said, "Go ahead and get comfortable. The last two will be here shortly." How has
All right.
your day been?
Theta's just gonna look at the other two for a minute, like.
Zara is basically already waiting for this to be over, and in order to like pull herself out, to take her mind off of things, she has been dressing up. She's dressed really nicely in like a little black dress, and then decorated with golden leaves on her arms. She was like dressing up to take her mind off of things.
Okay.
Um, Moses is like anyone who knows how humans function can see on his face that he's trying really hard to not start yapping, and he's kind of nervously looking at Gilder, then the other two, and he's
Theta's
he
gonna
just
sigh, and she's gonna go. We've been better.
I see. Well, I hope this down period passes quickly for you.
Thank you.
Of course. Then there is the familiar roiling Stygian blue of an opening in reality as Rakes and Aftermath step out into the room. And then it snaps shut. Rakes, as if he's done this 1,000 times, just kind of goes past you guys. Ladies, gentlemen, pardon me. He just kind of scoots by you guys and takes a seat in one of the armchairs and just super casually lounges there. And Gilder gestures for Aftermath to have a seat.
Yeah, I'll do so.
So,
Okay. Now Theta hands the folder. She doesn't say anything. She just hands it over.
Oh. Yeah, I'll look at it for a second. Just take it, nod, and look back to Gilder for a moment. Not gonna look through it just yet.
Yeah, killed her usual expressionless, unmoving face. Just shiny gold and black pits where eyes should be. Says so. You all wished to speak to me, so here we are.
Yeah. Well, the original purpose of wanting to come here to speak with you was about our vested interest in the city and current views happening.
I assume you are referring to the unfortunate nature of the current news cycle.
Sure am. Obviously, we had sort of planned this when things weren't so as they are. But we realized that as a team, we hadn't actually spoken to you specifically about what you think we can do for the city, where we can act that isn't stepping on your toes or the toes of your officials.
I see. Ideally, it would be my preference for you to be reserved in your choice of action when it comes to engaging in what is considered superhero activity. For one simple point, I have carefully tended and adjusted the baseline's standard operating procedures in response to various events. With your appointment as these utopian auxiliaries, I amended their standard operating procedures to include situations in which it is considered acceptable to call upon you. The news cycle was correct, unfortunate in its framing, but correct nonetheless in pointing out that you did intervene in a situation in which you were not requested to at the time. However, it is good that you did, which is why I will add I would trust in you all to exercise your best decision making on when to act of your own accord if you deem it necessary. But the primary thing I would like to see from you all is to show Novara is the next step. Novara is still growing. It is not even fully populated to its current potential as of yet. That is without considering industry of many different types. There has been mention among at least one of you of an interest to expand into business and such in the city. I'm not saying you all must do something like this, but I want Novara to be the best city in the world. I want it to be a place where Novas want to be. I want it to be a place where baselines want to be. I want it to run as smoothly as possible to prove that what I am doing here can be a template of what any city could look like. I'm not saying you must believe in my vision, but while you are here and in our agreement, I would like you to try to share in that vision in the actions and choices you make.
Do you know how the current setup is done for us to be contacted in case of an emergency?
Yes. The short layman's version is that when a situation feels that it is not containable by baseline means, or the scale of the threat looks to be beyond baseline means, you will be called upon. Some would argue that this may be too late for Novas to be called on to come in. For example, this most recent scenario. Granted, I do not know all the details of what exactly happened inside that building. However, I am confident, had you not intervened, there would have potentially been far more damage and the permanent loss of lives beyond those that were impacted, but not, shall we say, permanently lost. I have received a report earlier this evening that an organization has stepped up and has begun administrating an example procedure that was performed at your tower. And it has proved effective on 25 individuals so far. So, which is why I have a open-ended clause giving you leave to get involved if you feel it's necessary. But these standard operating procedures are written out so that officers are not calling you up for something as simple as road rage.
Right.
It is only at a certain threshold of potential danger to civilians and personnel that they can call upon you. Which, to be frank, at this point in the city's development, there is so much opportunity, and I intend to keep it this way, that when it comes to severe crime, our numbers are the lowest in the country. There is not much cause for the high levels of violence and criminal activity in other parts of the country. Petty crimes, of course, happen. Any study of human factors within complex systems will show you there will always be these chaotic, wayward outliers, regardless of how well designed the system is. It is the nature of humans to be chaotic. Not to mention that there will always be those of psychological unbalance and the actions that they choose to take in their psychosis. But as it stands now, there has not been a high demand for novas such as yourself, which is why I have resisted even having a city defender up to this point, because it is a largely unnecessary expense. Up until you all erupted and took residence in the tower as members of Utopia, rakes served me just fine under the table to handle the issues the public didn't need to know about that were severe enough to warrant a Nova's hand. So, I am under the impression that there might be a sense of, shall we say, displeasure at the lack of superheroics, to use the term from before, on your part. To which all I can really say in regards to this is that it is not my fault Utopia wanted to push this issue to be in the city so desperately.
Yeah. Um, well, for me, I think it's just unease at not having anything to do, which I know is not so much a U domain as Project Utopia domain. But I was hoping that this meeting could put us in contact and in some sort of idea of where we can exist in this city when we're not doing superhero activities.
By all means, there are charities that I'm sure would be happy for assistance. I'm sure there are hospitals that could find use for you, for example.
Right.
But also, the business sector is growing. Even working as sponsors for some businesses or helping drive interest, or maybe reaching out to fellow Novas and bringing them into the area.
So ultimately, you don't mind if we are more present within the city.
No, I never minded.
I think I just wasn't certain of that, being that I'm also not initially from Novara.
Let me be clear then. I allowed you all to have your tower here because I am fine with you being here and operating within the city. If I have a problem with something you're doing, I will let you know. I am more than capable of making plans around the things you're going to get up to. I want Novara to be a beacon of hope for tomorrow.
With respect, how can we be a beacon of hope if terrorists keep blowing up buildings?
I would call this back to the issue with Utopia's apparent management problems.
Yeah, I think that's
These terrorists are not Novara citizens. I have police forces investigating, but the reality is it's a Nova issue
and that's what we're
that
here
you
for.
are aware of. So while I do have people working on it, it is also expected for Utopia to do something about it.
Well, yeah, we're trying, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to find a lone terrorist who can strike at any time.
Yes,
It's just,
it is.
I don't know. It's just weird that
I
there's so
would
many.
consider taking it up with your management on what more you could be doing. My concern is on Novara, and this terrorist exists outside of it and comes into it and commits violence. And if the information I have is correct, this terrorist is targeting you all for whatever reason.
Well, Kind of and not. I mean, it's kind of the same one that was there when we erupted. So it was targeting the university while we weren't Novas. So technically, it started out targeting Novara. Just we kind of got in the way, and now it's a vendetta thing.
Yeah, I do think Novara still is ultimately their target, given their views on Novas in general.
Certainly.
Juliet McRae, from everything we know about them, is a Nova themselves with some sort of hyperintelligence. And they see themselves as the demon to kill the rest of the demons out there in order to purify their own tainted soul.
Of course.
Right, yes. And Novara being what it is, I think just makes the unfortunately perfect target for them. And again, we did interfere with those plans, which makes us also a target now, and we are in Novara, so it makes sense.
I have local detectives that are working on digging up what they can on these terrorists. There are also federal agents looking into this,
Mm-hmm.
but Utopia cannot expect them to contain a Nova threat.
Yeah. I wasn't I wasn't expecting them to, no, not at all. Not after what happened before.
I am not trying to accuse or blame any of you. I am merely suggesting that if these terrorists you feel need to be handled sooner rather than later, which I would agree, then you need to take it up with your managers over in Utopia. Ultimately, they are nothing without you. Leverage that. Or he shrugs, give them the finger, and do it anyways. I don't know what that would mean for your contracts or what have you, but you are Novas, and quite frankly, who is going to take a Nova to court for dispatching a terrorist?
Well, hopefully nobody.
Not while you're in my city, anyways.
um
Okay, so when we talk with management, we can kind of tell that in a searching for this terrorist, we have your full support and basically kind of even you want it done faster sooner than later because I think we'll kind of a bit of a push from the mayor. It will be easier to get them to focus on that.
If you believe that would motivate them, go ahead. I do not care if they see me as pushy or demanding.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I will do that. And then he kind of turns to Aftermath and just stares.
Yeah, I'll speak up eventually. Given the current state of affairs, and with my intent to both help my team and also the industry of the city, I wanted to get ahead of the complications that are bound to arise now that I am no longer a representative of Project Utopia.
To which I will say the same thing I told Rakes when he came here. So long as you are in my city, you will not be treated poorly or any variant thereof.
Much appreciated. As of now, I'm the only one who has jettisoned from Project Utopia. I still fully intend to work with the people here and with you on making Novar the best place that it can be. But I recognize that it may be a bit fraught on the side of public opinion. Will this cause complication with working with the city council, per se, or finding purchase within the city on my own?
No. Public opinion changes with the wind. It is in constant flux. It can also be manipulated and changed, and there are ways to maneuver baseline perceptions. I don't overly concern myself with the day to day perceptions. It is the grand scale perceptions that matter. That said, considering the current news cycle, perhaps there will be concerns. Perhaps there will be some local pushback, but as Rex could tell you, there will always be a degree of that. However, as far as operating within the city is concerned, you should have no issue. My city council members know better than to treat a Nova poorly because of political or ideological stance.
That also goes much appreciated.
How does
Of course.
Aftermath's right to act in emergency situations, like how is that affected by him being part of the team but not part of Project Utopia? Because he's likely not to get contacted for emergencies by authorities, obviously. It would go through us first, since we'd have to contact him to let him know.
Gilder turns back to Aftermath. Is your intention to respond to emergency situations and to involve yourself?
I believe so.
I will have it taken care of.
Cool.
In short, I will have a badge of some sort made. And the forces that need to know will be informed that you move with my blessing in regards to emergency situations.
All right.
However, I should be clear. That does not extend to the Utopians.
Well, yeah, we'll have to handle that ourselves.
Correct.
But my goal is that Aftermath is still part of our team, whether they like it or not.
That is between you and Utopia.
I know. I just wanted to make it clear that I still expect Aftermath to be with us when we're responding to stuff, and I didn't want people to think that he wasn't supposed to be there anymore.
I understand. Is there anything else that requires clearing up, or you wish to discuss as part of this meeting?
No, ultimately, I think that was everything I needed from you. Anything else, I probably should be talking to your counselors about more so.
I see. I'm sure they will be more than happy to find time in their schedule for you.
Yeah. Don't want to eat up your time with the smaller details of it all.
I see. However, if something should demand my attention, if you feel, do not hesitate to reach out.
Of
I will
course.
get to you as soon as I can.
Yeah. I mean, I guess given my healing abilities, if ever there's a need for that you are aware of that may not have come across me previously, let me know. Aside from
As
like
I
general hospital
mentioned,
stuff.
yes, if there are things that come up, I will certainly let you know. But general hospitals, especially the emergency rooms, would almost certainly find it helpful to have you present.
Yeah.
If you can avail yourself.
That's actually my next stop after this. So
Very well. Then, if need be, let them know that you are availing yourself of my recommendation if it's necessary.
all right. She's gonna look to the rest of the group, including Zara, who's been absolutely fucking quiet this entire time.
Yeah, she just side-eyeing Ross and sometimes looking at her phone more than she should. Are we going?
Well, I'm done here, yes.
Cool.
Thank you for your time, Gilder. And she's going to, almost like an
Of course.
upset mom, motion for Zara to come with her.
Zara will also thank him and excuse herself and go after Tata.
What about Moses? Or is he
I,
awkwardly
w-
lingering?
I was muted, yeah. But I am awkwardly lingering to see if Ross and Rakes are going out or staying.
Does Aftermath try to get up?
Yeah, for sure.
Rakes will hold up a hand for you to sit back down.
Okay. I'll stop mid stand, sit back down and nod, and I'll be out in a minute.
Yeah, okay. So Moses will kind of at the same time sit up, sit down, and then like, oh, okay. And thank you to Gilder, and he'll mosey on outside.
Okay. So, three of you go out. The attendant there shuts the door as you guys go out into the hall. You guys gonna? I assume you're gonna go ahead and take the elevator down.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in the room still with Gilder, Frank says, "Well, that went smooth."
I would say so. Obviously, there's still some tension there, but that's fine.
Nah, I'll get over it.
Eventually.
I don't
Gilder
know, man.
turns
It's
to
not like
you
full of courage, it seems.
and says, "When Rakes told me that you were defecting from Utopia, I was admittedly a little surprised that it was you first. However, not an unwelcome surprise. To be more precise in what I said earlier, any Nova, including the Terrigen, may come and go in my city. Additionally, I am willing to extend absolute protection to any member of the Terrigen within my city, regardless of what they're being pursued for.
Absolute protection.
Yes.
Hmm. I'm thankful that you're so understanding.
I am much more understanding than I let people believe. He
I
gets up
see.
and retrieves a bottle and a tumbler and pours two glasses, sets one in front of you, one in front of Rakes, sits back down. It's rather old, high proof bourbon that he has poured.
Nice.
And he says, when I erupted, I was overwhelmed. I began to crash through the education system like a comet. And I began to lose myself to existential dread. However, it eventually became clear to me that things have to change. Granted, change is in human nature, but such change is generational. It takes time. These baselines can only handle so much change in so much time. Too much and they become scared. They shrink into their shell like a turtle. And so I began to devise plans for the city of tomorrow. I began talking to people, others who have looked ahead at what is to be expected. Most of all, I have been a student of history. It takes, at times, revolutionaries, and at times, catastrophic events for the baselines to change. I am of the mind that Novas are only going to become more populous, and that it is only through us that the human future can prosper. They can continue to survive, certainly, but with our presence, I believe the line is pretty clear. They will either be with us or they will not make it. I know Rake says his views, but I like to envision a world where cohabitation is possible. But it takes people willing to push those points to get the world to change. Utopia's approach is not feasible. So long as you are here in this city, you can trust in me, you can confide in me. We are on the same side. Understand?
Absolutely.
Good. Now, Rex just told me he is working on getting you a mentor. In all likelihood, you will not have necessarily residence permanently in the city due to the nature of this mentor, assuming everything goes according to plan. I imagine there will be pushback in the news cycle when it becomes discovered of your new
Undoubtedly.
allegiance.
Undoubtedly.
Yes. I already have plans on how to tackle this. I have people drafting up articles and news stories already. Additionally, Rakes is aware of a safe house that he has availed himself of several times. Assuming he can still remember how to actually get to it and walk inside like a normal person, he can show you where it is. Which Rakes just shakes his head and he's like, don't give me that shit, man. I'm not that fucking stupid. Gilder doesn't say anything in response. So, do not worry. I'm sure Rakes has already made mention of some of the threats that could be a danger. But so long as you're here, you should be safe.
Thank you. And will the rest of them continue to be safe as well?
Of course. All Novas are safe in my city. Just some Novas are, shall we say, more safe than others. Naturally, due to media and perceptions, of course, my allegiance and standings remain with our friends.
Right.
Good. As I understand, Utopia is not going to be happy. It is very likely, whether anything has been officially said to them or not, that members within their organization have noticed your absence. Especially now that you've been de-chipped.
Yeah, they definitely noticed for a little bit. I haven't said anything to anyone. They are unaware of my allegiance as of now.
Heed my advice. Do not go within 100 feet of any Utopia building.
That's the
Do
tower.
not re-enter the tower. Yes, do not re-enter the tower. Do not re-enter any rest child facilities. They are not to be trusted. Should you need the type of aid that a rest child facility would provide you, reach out to Rakes or myself.
Okay, I see.
That aside, welcome. I look forward to having you attend the next big meeting, whenever that is.
I hadn't even considered that. Yeah, sounds wonderful.
People will certainly be interested in you. So be prepared for a lot of questions when that time comes.
Okay.
If we're lucky, maybe you'll even get to meet Divismal himself. Rick shrugs. I don't fucking know about that one. And he sips the bourbon. Oh, that's good.
It is good. Yeah.
There's been no fucking word about what Divis is up to. Supposedly supposed to be coming back, last I heard, but nothing since. So he could be tomorrow, could be 6 months from now. Who knows? So next meeting he may not be there.
That'd be all right. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll meet him eventually, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. At the very least, you'll get to meet some members of the Pantheon.
Wow.
But not that you haven't already, but other members.
Right. Wild to think about.
Yeah. So I'm sure your friends will chill out in time or come to their senses. Either one.
Maybe so.
Gilder kind of holds up a gold hand. Now, Rex, let's not get pushy. If they're going to come, they will come. There is no forcing it, despite what some may think. We're not going to force the water down the horse's throat. Race just shrugs again, downs the rest of his drink. All right, well, Did you want to catch them outside before they get too far?
That was my intention, yeah.
Okay. I'll be lingering here. Think at me when you're ready to go. Gilder nods and he gestures. You can leave as you wish, Aftermath.
Thank you for the welcome, Gilder.
Of course.
And with that, I'll get up and make my way back downstairs. See if I can find them.
Yeah. There's a lobby area, where they were. Well, not a lobby, but since they took the more discreet elevator up, there's the parking garage that's underground, um, where they're kind of milling around. Yeah.
I guess in that time, just before, right before Aftermath shows up, Theta's like looking at Zara, and she goes, "You could have at least not looked at your phone."
Actually, I could not have.
I don't know what we're doing if we're not all doing the same fucking thing for this, you know? Like, are we actually here doing a team thing? Invested in Novara? Or are we
Gee,
all just fracturing now that Aftermath did his thing?
I think this has nothing to do with me looking at my phone. I mean, chill, girl. It's just a phone. Like, what?
Actually, you're right. It has more to do than just that. I don't know what you want to do, Zara.
What do you mean? We're on the same page. Don't worry.
I feel like you need to be doing more with us as a team, using you to do more than just social media.
I feel insulted.
Yeah, I knew you were going to, but you're Novara's new hot Nova or whatever it is your catchphrase is, and I just somehow you've made yourself the least memorable part of our team.
Whoa, girl. I'm not ready for these kind of words. I mean, why are you pushing me down? What do you want me to do? I'm doing my best.
I'm not trying to put you down as the problem. I'm trying to get you to do more with you because you're more than your phone and your music. Like, your music's a huge part of you. Do not stop that. Don't think that's what I'm telling you to do. But, like,
Maybe I can say something. Um,
yeah,
God, are
I
you
think
ganging
what's
up on me now?
no, I
I'm
think what
not
she's
in a good state of mind.
I know, I know. I'm just trying to translate into Zarian. Um, so what she's trying to say is that basically with your magneticism, you could sell snow to an Eskimo. So maybe whatever we try to do, if you bat your eyelashes and say a few words, it'll go a lot smoother. And yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of things going on right now. So,
do you?
uh, yeah, yeah.
She's just
Uh,
gonna look at you, like, expectantly, like, yeah? And? What is it? What's going on?
well, I just have been falling behind on the whole music thing and this whole fiasco that happened, and then Ross and everything. It's just too much. And I mean, if I'm a bit out of it, and you notice that I should fucking bat my eyelashes more, just nudge me. I don't
That's
know. I mean,
that's the problem. I don't want to be the one telling you to go and do something. I want you to be proactive about it, Zara. I just I mean, in everything that's happening in the articles we're reading, their only real dig at you is that you haven't been present.
I don't know. I just feel like all of you have these amazing powers. Mine isn't as good. I'm just trying to survive here. I don't know. When we talked to that guy, I tried to make him do a good article. Unfortunately, somebody beat us to it.
Okay, you're right. You were useful there. And I'm not saying you're not useful in other areas, actually. What I'm saying is that I think you're waiting to be useful in scenarios that I'm good at or Moses is good at. And that's not where you're going to be good at. You have to go out there and talk to people, not sit in your room on your phone making music.
Okay, I see your point.
Do you?
I
I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm just
No, I get it. It's just kind of a reality check, but the reality just keeps changing. And I don't know, I'll try to keep up better.
when we were uh there was the party. We went to the party and we talked to all the people. You remember that?
Yeah,
There was a
that
talk of bringing fashion and getting involved in the fashion industry. That's something. You could pursue that again.
oh, that help anything. I mean, okay, we got sidetracked then by the horrible things that happened afterwards, but
Mhm.
what how will that help?
It's going to give you a presence in Novara. That's how we ingratiate ourselves to the people that media can't shit all over us, is we just prove that we're not what they say we are to the actual people who live here. That's how it I mean, that's how I lived back home. Oh, no, I shouldn't it's not home. But like it didn't matter who everyone thought I was to the people who knew who I was. And because of that, they always had my back. We just have to do that on a broader scale with the city.
Do you want to make us feel more approachable to the public?
Yeah, I want to be part of the city. I want to be Team Novara,
Okay, so basically a publicity stunt.
but not just a stunt, like a continuous effort.
Well, okay, I mean, I'll see what I can do. I
Zara, you can do pretty much anything you want to. You just have to decide what it is.
just want to make music, but I guess I have more responsibilities now. I never wanted to be responsible. I don't know.
Ding. Elevator starts to open.
Ugh,
By
Eventually, it'll open.
elevators. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
just
what
a
I was
random
waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how we doing now? Yeah. Yeah.
We are doing.
Ross, I how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. A lot to consider, a lot to think about, but I think it's for the best. I think I'm making the best move here.
It was kind of a shitty thing to spring on us last minute like that, though,
That's true.
especially after our conversation.
Yeah, I apologize. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to go there and have my mind changed instantly, but here we are.
Okay, so what exactly is the change? What is it now? I mean, you said you want to help us still fine. I mean, of course I'm happy with that, but what's the deal? You the Terran now, or you kind of what's happening?
Are you Ross?
No, I
Oh
hope
my
it's been
god.
What do you mean you're not Ross?
I did try to explain it to them.
Take a look at me right now, and a look at me about a couple months ago. Are we remotely the same person?
You like without even a second's no a millisecond like waiting, you are to me. What do you mean?
We are still friends. Very close friends. That has not changed. My priorities with both of you have not changed. The only thing that has is my priority with my career, more or less. I don't agree with Utopia in the way that I thought that I did. I'm doing this now so that I can figure out what I have become. To do otherwise would be, frankly, irresponsible. At least to me. So we're still
Fine.
friends, but we're walking different career paths. We were going to do that anyway. You two weren't going to be architects. I wasn't going to be a musician.
Wait,
Career
what?
Okay.
really? Career paths. I'm mad at you, man. Okay, makes sense for you to find out for yourself what you are, but you won't be here all the time. I mean, okay, but don't lie and say that your priorities towards us haven't changed because there's a choice that you made and you just won't be here as much as we need you to be. So, okay, go figure yourself out, but don't say that we are friends like we used to be.
I don't see why I need to stay away from you all. Sure, we won't live in the same house, but so what?
Were
I'll
you
still
guys in the
stay in the
same
city.
dorm before this?
I did share a dorm with Raj.
Yeah. So, but so what are we are I mean, yeah, kind of we can still I get what you're saying a bit, but I don't know. I mean, aren't we supposed to like watch what we do because we're Utopia and we're not supposed to even hang out with rakes? And now you're probably gonna be in the same box. So what, we can't be seen with you now? Is that? I don't get it.
Look, the media cycle is going to eat this up, obviously. If that's a concern for you, then maybe give it a bit of time and distance. The media never really concerned me. I was aware of it, and that's the extent of that. I shouldn't go to the tower, and I shouldn't go to any Mazrin Rashad facilities either.
Well, you think they'd actually, try to do something to you?
It's tough to say. I'm not welcome, I imagine. When someone's not welcome in your home, you generally try to get them to leave. As far as anything else, I'm not sure.
Did you have everything? Did you have anything else at the tower that you need?
On that, as soon as you bring that up, I'll raise a hand, but I'll look through that file you gave me. Just look back up to you again. I think this about covers it. Thanks, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. Figured you'd want at least some of the stuff. And that maybe there were some things there you needed to be reminded of.
Is that picture inside of us?
Yep.
And how does Ross react when he sees it?
He took a moment to look in the file, but didn't outwardly say anything.
Okay, like what if we, she just lets out a sigh. What if we don't care about the media and like work together anyway, blatantly, openly display like cooperation?
That was my plan. That's why we
Mine too.
discussed that with Gilder,
Wow, your plan. Maybe I am smart then.
Okay. Okay, well that's better than. Okay, so then we're basically what? We're team member. We're still team members. We just got. Okay, I mean we were gonna have to deal with the media anyway. They're. Yeah.
No, we're Team Novara, like I said. Novara is a city, it's not a political affiliation.
Okay. So that's the angle.
ultimately it's our home. I intend to defend it, to build it up. If you want to stay in a very fancy tower while you do the same, then sure. I understand that it's a very fancy tower. I made sure of that. But I think I have other plans. Unfortunately, that means I gotta live in a hole in the ground right now. But
Oh, come on, that's not for you. You know we're not doing it for the tower. Come on.
it is a nice tower, though.
Well, you build it, yeah, it's a nice tower, but
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think he's just fishing for compliments here, guys.
Nah, of course I am.
Yeah.
Zara, if you want to be mad at me, that's fine. Hopefully you won't be. Eventually. We can still get a drink or play video games, whatever you want to do. I'm not against it. If you would like some time, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah, I need some time to think it over, but I guess nothing can compare to the abrupt way that you pulled this on us. But if it does, if there's anything similar situation like this in a different way, don't do it. Just give us a heads up. Come on, this is not fair. This is torture. I mean, I bawled my eyes out. Ugh, you really need some tact.
That's true. I've always needed some tact.
That's true.
Why are you so understanding of everything we're saying? It makes it weird.
Because we're friends.
Okay, still, but never mind. Okay. You're just, yeah. Okay.
That's not like I'm America splitting away from Britain here. We're still cool, I think. I'm cool with you guys. This is just something I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like just what Zara said. I mean, we can speak with our minds. No need for, surprises. Just tell us. And I mean, whatever is going on with you, is just I don't know. I mean, who can you speak to if not to us?
I get it. And if I have any other life altering revelations, I will not just spring them on you.
I will do my best to mull this over and to not be mad next time we see each other. But I have one condition.
Okay.
Okay. And she will put up a pinky or a pinky promise and ask him to please don't forget Ross. Promise me that you will remember who you were and, as Tata said, uphold his legacy. Could you do that? Because Ross is my friend. Pinky promise?
Stare at your hand for a little while, and then I'll nod and I'll pinky promise.
Okay.
I won't forget.
I trust you.
I haven't told anyone yet in the tower. I don't know if it'd be wise to jump on it immediately. From what I understand, there's plans in motion to make this go as smoothly as possible, but Bryce is obviously going to have questions. If you want me to just call him and let him know myself, I'll do that.
That's up to you. I can do it if you're not comfortable.
Oh, I don't care. But don't want to force it on you guys. I'll give him a call tomorrow after you've all had a chance to wake up.
That's appreciated.
Yeah.
Is there anything we should be made aware of to say before we inevitably get called to his office?
I guess just be open to what he has to say. If he has recommendations, I'd listen to them.
He's probably going to tell us not to associate with you, which is not
Well,
part of the deal. We're not doing that.
helps maintain your career and doesn't interfere with our association, then I'd take his advice. He generally does have a good head on his shoulders for this kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think we can push stuff a little bit too. Because, I mean, Gilder said it. They're not really a thing without Novas on their side. We have some pull.
You do.
So if our stipulation is we get to keep working with you.
That could be good.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I like that. It's not they're giving us a job, it's they're lucky to have us. I like that one.
I wouldn't get so uppity that they start to
They can
guys.
still try to replace us with other Novas from other locations. Yeah. But it is a lot of work to do that. So we've got some push, just not all the push. At least, not yet.
Okay.
Just they don't have your best interest at heart. They have their best interest at heart. Just keep in mind yours. Don't let them manipulate you. And I'll also, at this point, while I'm talking, send a telecommunication to Theta. I'm telling
Okay.
you this because you're the most level-headed here, and I don't think the others are going to take it well. There's a chip in your arm. They know where you're at all times.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I mean, am I surprised? No. Am I disappointed?
I
Yeah.
was, honestly, I don't know, remember when they did that.
They had ample opportunity with the tests.
I suppose so. If you want it removed, they removed mine. And they were curious to see how it would go with a currently active Utopian Nova. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I got it. I'll let you know.
Well, I guess we should maybe call it a night, yeah.
Well, I mean, did did they help you? Are you kind of good now, better, or at least have any sense of what to do next? I mean,
Yeah. I've got some things in motion. Planning to meet with a couple of people and discuss things further. There's apparently someone on their side who I'd link up well with, and they're a science nerd just like me. So if there's nothing else to discuss, we could discuss whatever we're trying to build. It's a step. It's a start. There's going to be a long process.
Ross, no, sorry. That was me mixing up names again. Moses,
yeah.
can you drop me off at just whatever hospital before you head back to the tower. Whatever one you're close, you can teleport the closest to.
Okay, sure. I guess, yeah. See ya. To Aftermath, and I teleport us.
Okay.
Once they're gone, I'll send a telecommunication to Rakes. I'm ready to go whenever you are.
He pops up next to you. So, did that go better?
I think it's fine. They're upset, but
Cool.
what are you gonna do?
Broaden their horizons.
Maybe, hopefully, in time. I just don't think they're ready yet.
Probably not. Not everybody erupts and is like, I want to go Terrigen. And not everybody immediately, well, some people take some time. So. And then, of course, you have the, assholes like Plastic Man himself. So.
As long as I can keep them from becoming that, I think I'll have won.
Yeah, if any of them starts talking about any Team Tomorrow bullshit, that's the red flag.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll, unless you have any plans, I can show you this fucking safe house.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And he will open a portal and take you to this safe house. It's this pretty well furnished for being a safe house, apparently. It's essentially this like it's not actually that different from the place you were at earlier today. But you can definitely tell, like, okay, looking at the walls and stuff, like, this place is like concrete, maybe even more. You're not seeing any windows, so it's definitely underground. But there is lavish furnishings with couches and pillows and blankets and stuff, as well as there's like a number of rooms that look to be actual bedrooms. And there is like an actual kitchen, showers, all of that. It's like, so this is the actual safe house itself. He goes digging around in one of the drawers in the kitchen and he fetches a key and gives it to you. So there's a door down that hallway. If you go down the hallway and you go through that door, it will open up to an elevator. You need that key to operate the elevator.
Okay.
The elevator goes up into a parking garage. That is actually in central Novara. It's a little bit closer to the business end of things. But essentially, it comes up into this parking garage. It's at a discrete spot in the parking garage where people cannot immediately see people coming out of the elevator.
That's good.
Yeah. It also requires the key to get into the elevator from there. It's essentially marked as like employees only for maintenance use type stuff. So you shouldn't be bumping into people going through that elevator. But if you want to stay the night here, you can. And then you can just check things out in the morning on your way out, or I can just show you now and then take you wherever you want to go.
I think maybe I should probably just stay here for the evening.
Sure. No problem. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and think I head back to my place.
Sure.
Go crash. Sometimes there are some people that come through and crash here, so don't be shocked if you do see somebody, but
Okay.
this place is typically empty.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But there's food and stuff in the cabinets, as well as drinks in the fridge if you want them.
Sounds good.
Yep. All right. See you in the morning.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, no problem, man. And he teleports away. So, Theta,
Yep.
you get dropped off at Novara Central Hospital.
Okay. The first thing she's doing is she's going to cloak herself.
Sure.
I do believe she has 2 dots in that, so let me just double check. Yeah, she does. And I chose, so she's physically you can't see her, and she's also immune to the radio. It was the radio energy, basically photographing and stuff like that was the second
Okay.
dot. So she can't be seen on like cameras and
Gotcha.
she still makes sound when she moves, I do believe, and like you could in theory smell her or sense quantum, all
Of
of that's
course.
still applicable, but
Yeah.
And she's just gonna head towards the hospital. She'll go in through the emergency because that's where people are gonna be coming and going from the most. So the easiest to slip in behind since the sensors won't sense her entering.
Okay.
And she's going to head through the hospital. Probably it's gonna take her a while to navigate where she's going because she doesn't know where different wards are and stuff like that.
Okay.
She's looking for any hospice type of situation that might be going on here, or anything that's a sustained stay within
Sure.
the hospital.
Okay. It's yeah. I mean, that's you've not really been in this hospital before. So it is being in any hospital for the first time is a little like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? So there's a little bit of checking signage, and eventually like you find one of those like emergency escape route maps that is framed on a wall, and you can see some of the layout. And it's like, okay. You eventually find the ward you're looking for and are able to eventually navigate there. You do have to like go to one of the elevators and kind of wait for somebody to come or go, which is you end up like waiting like 30 minutes
Yeah. I mean,
for
I
the
think
time of night that it is.
she's mostly okay with that. If it does end up being too long, she will
Yeah.
like briefly uncloak to touch the button, or if she has to, I don't know. Like she will still open doors and stuff if she can interact with them.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, you can interact with stuff. It's just,
yeah.
your cloaking doesn't disguise that it's being interacted with. In any
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, she doesn't care about that. She just doesn't want
Yeah.
it to be seen that it's her.
Sure. Okay, yeah. So
specifically.
you go ahead and hit the button. Elevator eventually comes. You make your way up to like the 3rd floor, and you find that ward, and yeah, you get to where you're looking for. There are obviously like the night shift nurses as well as like the night shift doctor, well, overnight at this point, that are going through the halls and checking in on patients and stuff. And there's a custodian who kind of comes a little close to you as they have a push broom that they're just sweeping the floor with.
She does her best to avoid people, obviously, walking into
Yeah.
people. And she's just going to walk past the rooms. She's not going to touch anything here where she might be seen by an actual person, at least not yet. She's going to kind of like look at charts, kind of try to gather who's in which room.
Mhm.
I think she's probably looking for not like necessarily like super young, but younger-ish people. So like if this is like a terminal and a hospice ward,
Yeah.
she's going to prioritize those who have more life they could live if they were better.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, there's definitely a number of options. You know, there are a handful of kids, but the majority of the people that are here are generally elderly or more middle aged. There are some people who are kind of like in their 20s or 30s as well. But it's mostly elderly people,
Yeah.
like 60 and above.
All right. Well, she'll start with if there are actually kids here, she'll start with that.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some kids that are like terminal cancer
Yeah.
or other similar things going on. Yeah. So I'm assuming you're just gonna start cranking out healing rolls.
She's going to do a couple for sure. I
Okay.
was looking at the healing power because I wanted to make sure there isn't necessarily a negative effect if she fucks up, and it doesn't specifically say that there is. So fingers crossed.
Uh,
I know it's up to you ultimately at the end, but like
yeah. Yeah.
I was looking because I was real nervous about it.
Yeah.
So it's healing plus quantum. Quantum is 4 now. My healing is 2.
Okay.
Trying to remember. I don't know why I can't remember how the fuck I roll.
You use
It's in the
roller
sheet.
on the sheet.
Yeah, okay. Quantum 4, healing 2. I got to 3. I think that's probably enough for a cancer cure.
Well, yeah, we'll say so.
Yeah, because 5 was resurrecting from death, I believe.
Yeah, and you're not trying to regenerate limbs here. You're
Yeah,
removing a thing that is being a problem.
yeah, and she's trying to be as delicate as possible so that she's not noticed.
Yeah.
So she approaches the bedside and she'll lightly, ever so lightly, find a spot that she can rest a finger or something against.
Easy
'Cause,
enough.
yeah, I have it that she
Everybody
has
is.
to touch them. I don't know if that's
Yeah, it's not an issue, especially like a lot of kids sleep like a rock. Um,
yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. She's going to spend another 6 quantum, so 6 more rolls, so I can roll that real quick all at once,
Sure.
back to back. Make it a little
Go
easier.
for it. Absolutely. I'm just gonna. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna watch for an inevitable failure. Hopefully.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1 more. Ha ha ha! No failures. Take that, storyteller.
It's okay. I'll keep
That's
that
it.
idea in my back pocket. It's all right.
Wow.
I have plans. I have thoughts. Uh, so yeah, you tuck yourself out a little bit,
Mhm.
going around, throwing around some healing discreetly. Um, when your work is done, what do you do?
Um, she's gonna step out of the room and she's gonna look down the hallway. Does she see anybody that would see her right now?
In the hallway, there's like a nurse who's like walking down the hallway, but at the moment her back is to you.
She's going to very quietly try to take out the chart and a pen, and she's just going to write cured with a question mark across part of the chart that looks the least important information on it and slide it back into place.
Sure.
And then she's going to leave.
There you go.
She's just going to walk home after that.
Okay. So while Theta is doing that, does Zara and Moses have anything that they want to get up to other than going home and going to bed?
Moses doesn't really, have anything he gets up to, but when they come back, he's like, Zara, how are you feeling about all of this? I mean, you said it. Seems to me like it, caught you most by surprise. What are your thoughts? You okay?
Yeah.
You okay to be alone?
Well, I feel better after this. I'll promise. I'll trust that it meant something. Yeah. Thanks for asking. I'm okay. I mean, I need to think about what Data said and how I can help more.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just, you do you, like if I don't know, a few charity concerts, just impromptu show up and maybe not now, maybe, but yeah, they have nothing against you, I think. So just, do what you shine in. Just do it so we all get a plus from it.
Yeah, I will shine, but I need some time to. Yeah, I just need some time.
Well, you need time, then you take time. Yeah, I'll leave you to it. And he goes off to sleep, basically.
I think she would be looking again once more into how to reach, how to widen her reach on the social medias and how to get people on her side. Think about that. And well, yeah. And yeah, I want to say max out, but I don't. So I don't know. She'll just think on it, I guess.
Okay. No, it's forcing you to max out. You don't have to.
I want to, but I'm not sure where to put the thingies now.
Then don't.
Okay.
No point in
maybe-
doing it if you don't know what you want to do it for.
Well, I want telepresence, but
But what? Like,
Well, that is the question.
All right, well, we'll move on then.
Yeah.
All right. So, next day. It's 8:00 in the morning. You all are slowly but surely waking up on this very fine Tuesday morning, April the 11th.
The 11th, that was yesterday. Oh my god, we're catching up to real
Right?
time.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Don't worry, real life is very quickly gonna fucking. Well, we actually are probably gonna quickly shoot past real life.
Oh yeah.
In dates.
Then we will know the future. Oh my god.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, we're already in the future.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
like
it's
several years in the
2028.
future.
Yeah. So you all start getting up, doing your morning routine. As you all are coming out of your rooms to start seeing about breakfast, you find Bryce is in the kitchen.
Oh God. Good morning,
Yeah.
Bryce.
Morning.
You make us
She's-
pancakes.
She's literally just gonna go about her day like he's not there. She's just gonna go start making breakfast, waiting for him.
No, I'm not making you pancakes. I have a question.
Shoot.
Where's Aftermath?
Oh, he'll call you about that today.
Okay, so let me rephrase. Where is Ross?
I'm gonna spend a point of quantum to dramatically edit. I'm gonna just his phone rings right now.
Hi,
What are
someone's
you
calling you,
using
Bryce.
to edit? What are you using to edit?
I'm gonna call him right now. His phone
What-
starts ringing.
What
Yeah,
ability?
but what
I
are you
need?
using to dramatic edit?
Oh,
What's
it's
the power of letting you do that?
foresight. Foresight.
Gotcha. Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, his phone starts ringing and he looks down.
Oh, cool.
He
Who's calling?
shakes his head and answers the phone.
Okay.
Ross, where the hell are you?
Right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm currently in Tijuana at the moment.
Why?
Have you had your coffee yet? Because this is a serious discussion.
No, I haven't had my coffee yet because
Cool.
I've been in a phone call for the last hour and 45 minutes about you disappearing.
Well, I'm sorry that you got caught up in all that. That sounds like a headache.
You don't know the half of it. So I don't know what you're doing. I don't care. But I need you to come back.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Ross, there are people asking some questions and making some insinuations that are really not good. Okay, so when I say I need you to come back, I and your friends here need you to come back.
Are members of the Terrigen allowed inside the tower?
Damn.
God damn it, Ross.
Theta puts a cup of coffee down in front of him.
He is going to hang up the call.
Welcome to my life.
He is staring off into space for a moment, clearly agitated. And he hustles out of your room, out of your space.
Oh, he didn't
Makes
take
his
the
way to
coffee.
the elevator. Nope.
I feel like we should go after him.
Zara will just take his cup.
Actually, Theta will go after him, but not what that he knows. She will cloak again and go after him.
Okay. He's moving in a hurry. Do you have any sort of scale or anything for speed?
Gale for speed. No,
Yeah.
I don't think I do.
Okay. Go ahead and let's do we'll say dexterity and athletics to see, because he's hustling, he's going through the door, and he is like mashing the elevator button, which he just came upstairs, so it's already here, and he's stepping into the elevator and he's mashing the closed door button. So let's see. I want to see if you can get in the elevator.
I got
without
4.
alerting him. Cool. Absolutely. Yeah. You slide in there. You don't bump into him. It's close, but you perfectly slip in as the doors are closing. You don't hit him. And he is just shaking his head and is, he's already pressed the floor for his office. He's like just muttering, God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Gets out on his floor, starts going to his office. I'm assuming you're going to stick with him the whole time.
Yep, right on his, like, not
Okay.
on his heels, but
Yeah.
as close as I can be without
Yeah.
clipping him.
Yeah. Give me another roll for getting into his office. This is going to be a little bit higher difficulty compared to getting into the elevator, because he's not in a good mood. The door is going to get slammed.
Can I?
There's a
Can
bit of
I add from the pool, the momentum pool?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 2. Is that okay, guys?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 from the momentum.
I didn't.
6. Absolutely. Well, you have 2 extra successes. You can throw them back into the momentum pool if you want to.
I guess so. I don't know what else she would use
Or
them
do something
for
else.
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. Cool. Yeah, so you manage to, like, as he's opening the door, you find like that narrow gap of him going into the room right before he slams the door shut, and you slide right in, kind of hugging the wall without touching the wall, and the door slams shut. It's just one more, a little louder now. God fucking damn it. Gets on his computer and he starts hammering away at the keyboard. He is shaking his head. And like his fingers are murdering this keyboard with how hard he's typing. And his phone begins to ring and he practically like jumps. He picks up the phone. Yes, speaking. Uh-huh. Yeah. No, I was just up there. Yep. I just got a call from him. Uh-huh. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so what? What? I don't. No, that's not necessary. I mean, no, I listen to me. I can take care of
Can Theta overhear what's happening? Like if she gets
you can
closer?
hear sure. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see how much you can hear. Um let's call this um
Yes, this isn't really a good base for this.
yeah, there are times where I'm like, perception as an attribute was kind of low key, actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess cunning is the
Okay.
next best thing. And you're kind of listening in, so sneaky like. So I'll do you a favor and I'll call it larceny.
Cool. I also have, I know it doesn't work for larceny, but I also do have stealth mode, which I
Yeah.
realize I probably could have used on my. It's fine.
Good.
If you're attuned to the earring as well, you have a dot of mega cunning, which gives you keen senses.
You're right. I need to see what
Jesus
keen senses
Christ.
does. I
Pretty
forgot
sure
about
it
that.
gives you enhancement, I think.
I think it's enhancement equal to the rating.
Yeah, I have it written somewhere. Where the hell?
Yeah,
Hold on,
what's
I've
the
got my
rating
sheet
if you
too.
remember?
It's only one.
Okay. So yeah,
So
you got
one
plus one
enhancement?
enhancement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Larceny. Cunning. Does mega? Because it gives me one dot of mega cunning. So do I put 4 for my cunning?
No. Mega cunning doesn't give you
I wasn't sure how
dice.
that worked.
Yeah. The mega attributes generally do not give dice; they just do other stuff or
Got
give
it.
you enhancement to things and stuff.
I got 2.
Yeah, you can hear some parts. There are some parts you're kind of missing out on, but for the most part, you're getting most of the message. The speaker sounds like it's a guy. They're very like calm, cool, and collected. Um, and you're hearing, well, I think you need to listen. Stop trying to interrupt me. And you need to understand that this is not a small matter. We are going to have to investigate. We need to make sure that nothing is compromised. We need to make sure that none of your novas are compromised. And we're going to have to seriously assess the leadership, considering not only the fumble in the media, but one of your novas has now not only gone rogue, but has gone to the Terrigen. Bryce shakes his head. Look, we're handling the media. Like, we have a plan, it's under control. I don't believe you. So we're going to have to investigate. It's a bad look for Utopia Novas to go to Terrigen, Mr. McCoy. I'm more than aware of that. This was unforeseen. There was no warning for this. I mean, they've barely been here any amount of time. We don't have a good psychological baseline to even be working with here. Irrelevant, Mr. McCoy. What matters is one has gone rogue. The likelihood of the rest of them going rogue needs to be determined. Whether or not you get replaced is not my concern. But there will almost certainly be an investigation of your ability to handle your role within Utopia Novara. Make sure your remaining Novas stay put. We will have agents there soon enough to begin a thorough internal investigation, as well as some people who can give advice in regards to the current news cycle. Are we clear? Crystal. Very good. Enjoy the rest of your day, Mr. McCoy. And he hangs up the phone. Fucking dickhead. And he tosses the phone onto the desk. Shit. And he goes back to angrily typing on the computer.
Okay. Theta's gonna just look at what he's typing real quick.
It looks like he is sending an email. He hasn't filled out the who he's sending it to yet. Or the subject line for that matter, but he is like, it's not like properly formatted in any way, but the email is just like, there are people coming today. Apparently, Ross has switched sides or something. I don't know if I'm going to even have my job at the end of the day at this point.
Okay. Theta's gonna look over to his phone, which I'm sure is he locked when he hung up. It's not still unlocked. Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna pick it up.
You try to be sneaky about it?
No.
Okay. You pick up the phone.
And then she drops her cloak as it comes up.
Yeah. He stops. It's like, what? Theta, what the fuck? Actually. Just actually, like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, kind of hard to explain, actually. But the gist of it is Ross realized what he is, who he is, doesn't align with Project Utopia anymore. We can't give him what he needs. Who were you on the phone with?
Internal affairs.
What was his name? This lovely asshole of yours.
Don't know.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. They make sure everything is on the up and up in Utopia.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a big fucking deal when somebody just decides to leave. No offboarding, nothing. Because especially somebody of his abilities, who knows? He could have rigged a fucking bomb in the building. He could have done 1,000 different things.
She's gonna roll her eyes. He didn't rig a bomb in the building.
Theta, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? I need you to understand. What he has done is he has fucked everybody in this building. We're going to have internal affairs up our ass for at least 6 months. I'll be lucky to keep my job. Okay? This isn't just he quit. He didn't quit. He joined the terrorists, is what he's done. You can't just do that and not have consequences. There's nothing. I understand it's not your fault. I don't know if you had any notion that this was going to happen, but obviously you and the others are still here. So I'm going to take that as a sign that you guys still believe in this, regardless of his choice.
She's gonna put the phone down back on the desk, and she's gonna kind of like lean against it. I know you're busy, but take a breath. Deep breath.
I
Take
don't
a deep breath.
have that ability. That is not something that's going to happen right now. Okay? This has, for me, this has been my career path for years.
Get that? Do you want to take a breath so I can explain to you what I know?
Explaining to me, unfortunately, isn't going to fix anything. Okay?
It might arm you better.
Frankly, it's not going to. The less I know, the better.
Doesn't seem like a very good practice for a team and their manager.
In this case, it is. Because if it looks like I had any inkling of what was going on and that this was coming and it still happened without any attempt of intervention on my part, it makes me look worse.
Well, you couldn't have known is what I was going to tell you because it happened suddenly late last night.
Okay, then let's leave it at that. I don't want any other details.
She's gonna frown, like she's genuinely disappointed in this.
I don't know what you want from me.
Well, I wanted to help you, but we don't know half of what's actually happening, which makes it kind of impossible.
If you wanted to help, you shouldn't have let him leave.
We couldn't have stopped him.
That's the situation we're in. You don't get to just pack up and get out just because you feel like it. Newsflash, like while you're Novas and you're powerful, you're not fucking Antaeus. You're not Pax. None of you are. You can't just up and do what you want and Utopia just kowtows to it because they're afraid of you.
We don't want you guys to be afraid of us.
I know that, but you have to understand. You have to understand. This is the equivalent of a potential like weapon of mass destruction just getting up and just walking away. Okay? This is not something small. And Internal Affairs doesn't give a shit. Internal Affairs doesn't care about our relationship, our like ability to work together. They don't care about what Ross's personal reasons were. They don't care whether or not you're negatively impacted by it or not. They don't care.
What do they care about?
They care that this is a fucking problem.
But why? Like
security issues. The big standing one. Because while you and I are confident in Ross not being that guy, Internal Affairs doesn't give a shit. Internal Affairs is going to sweep every goddamn nanometer of this building to be sure he hasn't sabotaged it in some way. And the fact that his name is on some of the blueprints, who knows? They might actually tear apart some parts of the building to make sure. They might go ahead, just because of this, decide to go ahead and can me. They might decide to ship you guys off somewhere else. They might, who knows what. Internal Affairs doesn't fuck around. There is a reason why there is not a ton of like corruption and stuff going on within Utopia.
She's gonna
Because
laugh.
internal affairs, look, you don't know everything that goes on behind the scenes, okay?
Mhm.
Your talent. There's so much shit going on that you guys don't know about. Utopia, if it weren't for internal affairs, would be non-functional. It would collapse under its own weight.
So you're saying internal affairs is the good guys?
I'm saying they're the necessary evil in Utopia to make sure that we can continue to do the good that we do. That doesn't mean they're good people. But Ross has fucked us by doing what he did. So what I need you and the others to do is to stay in the goddamn tower today. Do not call Ross. Do not tell anybody about what is going on. Just stay in the tower, act like everything's normal, and just sit tight. I am sure all three of you are going to end up getting interrogated by internal affairs when they get here. So just, please, do what I ask. Okay?
Only because I do actually like you. I'll do it.
Thank you. Now, please. I have shit I have to do. I have a million people I have to send emails to. Among all the other day-to-day bullshit I have to juggle.
You sure there's something
So,
I can do to help?
if there was, I would let you know. But at the moment, this is office bullshit. So, unless you're really good at writing emails and prettying up the events that have just occurred and the absolute shitstorm that is about to hit us, unfortunately, you can't right now.
Yeah, that's
What
not
is
my skill
helpful to
set.
me is for the three of you to just stay put, be on your best behavior for internal affairs.
All right.
And please don't make me have to get extra security to make sure you're not sneaking into my office.
She's gonna smile at him.
Let this be a one-time thing, okay?
All right.
My open door policy does not include coming in when I don't think you're here.
I get it. It's just, yeah, kind of left without us knowing what was happening.
It's been a morning, so just please be patient with me,
Yeah.
okay? I appreciate it. Just okay.
When this is settled and everything, and we go back to working together, it probably would be helpful if we had a better communication flow between us.
I will take that under advisement.
I mean, for your sake, mostly, actually, but yes. And she'll nod her head and she'll go around the desk and head out of the room.
Cool. Yeah.
And then
Go
she's going to open her phone and she's going to place a bunch of orders for pizza and coffee from different restaurants to be delivered in an hour to the tower. Like an insane amount. A tower's worth of people's food, donuts, coffee.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Cool. Yeah. Place that in. Yeah.
And she goes back upstairs to the others. So, everyone here?
Where'd you disappear off?
Oh, I followed Bryce to his office.
Okay. Like,
Where's Zara? We've lost her. We've lost her to the phone.
She's fucking dead.
So yeah, she's there on the couch.
Okay. Internal Affairs is going to be here by the end of the day. According to Bryce, these are the guys that make sure shit isn't corrupted within Project Utopia. I'm not sure that's true, but it's likely we're all going to be interrogated to make sure we're not about to defect to the Terrigen. Additionally, Bryce might get fired over this. If we don't want that to happen, we need to make sure he was not aware of anything like this and that, it was a surprise to him as much as it was to the rest of us. Which is the
Yeah,
truth,
and-
because it did happen just last night.
yeah, I mean, well, I don't want him to get fired. I mean,
There is some concern from Bryce that because Aftermath did partake in designing the tower, that it's going to look bad on that regards, and they are going to want to investigate to make sure he didn't plant a bomb, because apparently even if we vouch for Ross not being the type to not plant bombs, they're not going to believe us.
okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Internal affairs sounds, yeah, it sounds pretty serious. Yeah, so we're probably gonna get, they're not gonna lock us up, right? We're still,
We didn't do anything wrong.
I know. I mean, I don't know what they do. Sounds pretty,
They're going to
ominous.
interrogate us and be up our asses, apparently, for the next who knows how long.
Yay.
Additionally, if we are going to try to contact Ross in the future, don't do it in any traceable means. And she'll kind of tap her earring without saying it out loud.
Good thing, yeah.
Roger.
Oh man, in one hand, they tell us that we can leverage all of this being useless without us, and on the other hand, we have to be interrogated again by someone.
Yeah, it's a fucking line to walk, that's for sure. But we don't want to forget our ultimate goal, right? Which is we're here for Navarra. Because that's our thing now, right?
Yep, Team Novara. I like it. It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean, we're still gonna stay here. Why would we? Yeah. I'm just,
If they try to relocate us, because that may be a possibility,
what?
what do you guys think on that? Because I'm not going anywhere.
I
Wait,
don't
why
think
would
that will happen.
why would they do that? I
Because they think they can control us and treat us like their pawns.
What, just as a show of power?
Yeah, they're not happy with what Ross did, so they're gonna punish us. That's how this works, right?
I think it's too much of a loss.
I hope they don't choose that. It's not a guarantee, but it might be something they try.
I don't care. I mean, we came here because they told us. We can leave because they tell us.
Well, what I'm just saying is, like, if they try to force us away, I'm not going. I'm staying in Novara, which means I would also be breaking with Project Utopia in that case. So what I'm saying is, are you guys going to do that too if they try to relocate you, or are you going to leave?
Can we all just stop defecting?
I I I don't think they're gonna do that, and I think if they do that, then I'm gonna have that tantrum when it comes. But why would they do that? I mean, yeah, punish us, but that doesn't make
They could think that
sense.
we're not trustworthy in Novara anymore. Like, we can't be trusted here because we let Ross leave, which is not a thing we let him do. He's a full grown man who can make his own choices. They might think we're compromised. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I don't want to move.
I mean, if they bring in other utopian novas, there's not much we can do about it. To police us.
Oh, yeah, if they add someone else to the team, whatever. That doesn't bother me any. I'm just saying that I'm not going to leave if they try to force me to leave. I guess what I'm telling you guys is this is where I'm making, this is my stand. This is my line.
Okay.
That I am fine working with Project Utopia right now. I surprisingly agree with a lot more of their ideals than I expected to when I first joined. But I'm not going to be bullied by corporate bullshit because of the bottom line in some fucking CEO's bank account.
Yeah, right on.
Okay. I mean, I want to be in Utopia, but I don't want to be, bossed around by them. I'm not looking to get out, but I'm also, you know, I'm not gonna just do what they say and go into their doghouse, just because they say I've done something bad by not making him stay. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what they say.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
All right.
Damn. Internal affairs. Didn't even know they had internal affairs.
It's a national corporation. Why wouldn't they?
International.
Oh, global
Non-profit
corporation.
organization.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I thought like cops had that, but I guess yeah, with the amount of stuff we can do makes sense. But I wonder if they're gonna be novas, or if they're gonna be just I'm gonna say it, baselines.
That's
uh,
how it starts.
Mm.
they might have some novas that they can make use of for this sort of thing. We know they have their stealth operation. That's not known to the public.
Yeah. I hope we don't just wake up with them, in our rooms, trying to, punch us and then take us to a black site or something, and then yeah.
I don't think we're there yet.
Damn. They're not even doubting the existence or that they would, just outright saying, we're not there yet. Brutal.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to do now, because now we're just waiting for,
Yep.
them to come here and start
That's
grilling us.
all.
And
That's all we can do. Bryce said to act normal, but don't leave the tower.
act normal. Sure.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Let's do they have any board games in this place?
I think that's a good point to end the session on.
Board games? You want to play
Yep.
board games?
Yeah, we should play
Moses
Remnant
dealing
Mansion.
with stress.
Play sorry.
Cool. So, housekeeping.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to add a very gentle, very subtle, low impact 4 points to the intrigue pool
Yeah, that's fair.
for the events of the
Yeah.
ascension.
Just
Yeah.
4?
Just
To be fair, the intrigue pool is mostly just Ross. It's Ross's pool at this point.
That's all I've done. Yeah.
It's
no,
the Ross pool.
everybody has contributed at least once to the intrigue pool at
Oh,
this point.
I'm sure we've all contributed, but it's mostly
Yeah.
Ross.
I mean,
I'm in the double digits.
the
once,
first
but-
one, he did add 6 on session 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow number.
Only 2 of these 4 because of what Ross did.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But yeah. Additionally, 3 XP for the session. Is anybody wanting to spend any XP?
I don't think I've got enough to really spend on anything.
I mean, I'll be maxing out when there's an opportune moment to spend it, but I don't think, this was the opportune moment to max out.
Sure. Okay. In that case, questions, comments, concerns. Did everybody have fun in this super low key, just chill session?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nothing happened, right? So it's just
Yeah, nothing happened. Nothing ever happens in our Aberrant sessions.
nothing
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, just
We just talk, guys. We just
Yeah,
talk.
we just talk.
And we're gonna talk more next time.
Oh yeah, we gonna fucking talk. Oh, so good, so good. All right, well, if you want to support the podcast, dear listener, you know what to do. Smash all the buttons: the likes, the subscribes, the follows, the 5-star reviews. No, the 1 star is not good. It doesn't mean number 1. You want 5 stars. That's the good one. I've actually have heard stories of people leaving glowing reviews and then rate it 1 star, and it's like that. What? How?
Oh no.
It's 2026. How do you not know how this works?
Oops.
Yeah. So you can find the podcast on all platforms where podcasts can be found, including YouTube. And until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.
I